So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video where today I am going to be explaining to you why the Mac Pro is so expensive. Like, it is incredibly expensive. Like, by any stretch of the imagination, it is so incredibly expensive. Now, I received some criticism, shall we say, in my last video about MacBook Pros versus MacBook Airs in 2020 for looking on the Apple website and comparing specs. Now, I do not have enough money to buy a brand new MacBook Pro and a MacBook Air to show you guys. Like, I'm sorry, it wasn't a clickbait title at all. I was literally showing you the, like, comparing them. Like, there's not a whole lot more to it. So if you don't want to see it, just leave the channel and don't come back. Seriously, just deal with it. Anyway, today I'm going to be explaining just look at this. Like, this is so cool. Like, you can literally kind of case the MacBook Pro. I mean, Mac Pro, not the MacBook Pro. Anyway, so this is what you could not do on old Mac Pro PCs. So before, you had the trash can Macs, kind of a failure in Apple's books and anyone else's, let's be honest, but they were still capable machines. It's just the problem was you couldn't upgrade them very well. Like, you could upgrade a couple parts, sure, but with these, they're pretty much modular, these new MacBook Pros. I mean, I've said it again, are you serious? Mac Pros, you can upgrade a lot of the machine, so it's a lot more like, the PCs it's going up against. So that is a huge plus for people looking to buy. And one of the first giveaways of how expensive this is going to be, let's just take a look at the specs, shall we? So if we just go down to the very bottom of the page. Oh, and I didn't even need to. Here it is. So check this out. So let's go from the 8-core model. So this has 16 threads on the 8-core model, 3.5 gigahertz base clock, all that, right? And then you go up to a 28-core CPU with up to 2933 megahertz DDR4 ECC memory in this, or as well, up to 140 gigabytes per gigabytes. I didn't notice that until now. Per second memory bandwidth as well. 56 threads in the 28 core. That's gonna be extremely expensive though, let's be honest. And 2.5 gigahertz base clock, 4.4 gigahertz turbo boost, and 66.5 megabytes of cache. So check this out. So this is the previous generation MacBook Pro. I mean, I've said it. I am so irritating. Sorry about this, guys. So right down here, we've got the previous generation Mac Pro, compared to right up here, the 28-core Mac Pro Beast. But, I mean, the iMac Pro is not bad. It's still good 2 times better than the previous Mac Pro. So, like, I mean, the iMac Pro is what Apple wants the prosumers to buy. It's not for the people who want like a really cheap iMac. It's also not for the people who want a really powerful Mac Pro. This is for you guys, this iMac Pro. And I think it's kind of unfair considering they do have a 12-core Mac Pro right here, but they're comparing the previous generation to a 28-core. But it is what it is. It makes it look cool. Makes it look cooler and more powerful in the end. So here is why that is such an expensive machine. So not only does it have a Radeon Pro Vega 2 Duo, that's a whole mouthful to say, let's be honest. It's like a Intel Core 2 Duo Extreme from about 10 years ago, when CPU manufacturers went stupid with now it's just i3, i5, i7, i9. Anyway, 14 terabytes. What is a terabot? teraflop of compute performance, 32 gigabytes of memory, and 1 terabyte per second of memory bandwidth. It's a lot to say. Anyway, we've not only got that, but that's apparently the world's most powerful graphics card times 2. Okay, cool. What else do we have? Okay, that's just going to keep going on about the GPU, is it? That's brilliant. Thanks for that. That's absolutely amazing. Have we got any CPU details, or you're not going to give that to me or not? Alrighty then, so I am back, and check this out. This has a Xeon W processor. Check that out, man. And just check out how much that costs for just a second. 6 grand for 32 gigabytes of DDR4 and an 8-core processor. But as I like to call the Xeon W, it's a Xeon Workstation processor. That is not a CPU to laugh at in any way. This is one of the most powerful CPUs on the market. That is why it's so expensive. And just to show you how a similarly spec'd PC costs, compared to the Mac Pro, and to be fair to Apple, because a lot of people are just going, this is such an expensive computer. Seriously, guys, I ran some numbers, right? And check this out. That is how much it's going to cost. So 5,000 for the base model isn't even that bad. But here's the kicker. That is the CPU. It's not got any RAM. It's not got a motherboard. It's not got a case even. And it's literally the CPU, SSD, and another component I forgot. Oh, yeah, it's the graphics card as well. The Radeon. Oh no, it was NVIDIA because I couldn't get that. But that is how much just those 3 parts cost. Like, Apple is not scamming us here. They are not pulling the wool over our eyes. This is seriously an expensive computer. And of course, they have to make margins on it as well. So, thank you guys for watching this video. That is why the Xeon, the workstation is so expensive. Now, don't go leaving comments, because obviously most people will know, but some people won't know why this is so expensive. So if you don't, this is for you guys. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.